Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks Ben for joining today's post-scrimmage media availability with Nashville SC head coach BJ Callghan. As you guys know, it was a closed scrimmage, so we don't have a score to disclose. But nonetheless, Coach, if you just want to start by sharing with what you saw from the team today, and then any individual performances you wanted to highlight as well.
Yeah, I think that the opportunity to play against a team like Columbus is a great challenge and a great opportunity for us. So we were able to push players anywhere between 45 and 75 minutes. Again, playing against a really well-coached, veteran, experienced team like Columbus, they presented a lot of challenges for us. And I thought the players were able to respond really well, put in a good shift, create some moments to create goal-scoring chances. And for us, again, another step forward in what we're trying to do as we kind of build our identity before the opening match on the 22nd.
Thanks, Coach. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, BJ, I'm curious. I think this might be, if I'm not mistaken, the first time that we've seen Jason get the start. And obviously, I know you're just kind of getting guys fit and everything. But what did you make of his performance? And I guess maybe as a follow-up, what do you see his role kind of being this year?
Yeah, I think Jason was one of the players we were able to get 45 minutes for. So with his late arrival into preseason, it's still a player that we're trying to bring along. I would say slowly, properly, without taking a lot of risk on the physical side. At the same time, I think it's given him an opportunity to also adapt into the group and adapt into what we're trying to do. I think he had a nice performance today. He's going to be a player that's combative, probably a ball-winning type of player, an aggressive center back, and in the short period of time that we saw him today in that 45 minutes, I think that's kind of what he displayed. So again, that's kind of the role we expect him to play. It fits within his profile, and I think as we continue to bring him on, we'll see better and better performances.
Go ahead, Ben. Keep him coming.
Sure. From looking at the lineups that we saw, it doesn't look like Gaston Brugman played at all, or Teal Bunbury, or Julian Gaines, actually, or Jack Mayer. Do you have updates on those guys? And for some of the ones who have been out for longer stretches of time, are you expecting to have them ready closer to the start of the season?
Yeah, so Teal's back in team training, obviously with the off-season surgery, so that's where he is at the moment. Still, I would say a long way of recovery, but he is in team training. Jack Mayer's out just with a flu, I guess is the best way to. I don't have a medical term for you, Ben, but he's sick, and so that nothing super alarming there. And then Gaston and Julian continue to recover from their sort of, I would call, minor injuries. We just need to be really safe thinking it long term. So I would say they have not returned to team training, but there is some introduction of on-field stuff.
I know you were kind of, the past week that we got to watch it, it felt like you guys were working on kind of build-out phase a lot, and it sounded like you were trying to kind of incorporate different phases of the game, like throughout the rest of preseason, and try to combine them. Can you just tell me what stage you guys are at now, and how you feel about kind of where the group is collectively with 2 weeks to go until the season starts?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. We're trying to get into a situation where we can link multiple phases together. I would say we're still a work in progress in all of those phases. With the ball, I think we're making progress. Without the ball, we need to continue to be much better. And I would say much more consistent is really what we're trying to do. Nothing's changed in that way. With 2 weeks out, I think the focus is still to continue in the way that we're going. We are making progress. You can see the moments, but we still have a lot of work to get done.
And then I guess last one for me. 2 weeks until the season, like I just mentioned. Are you? I guess as much as you can say, are you expecting any more activity in the transfer market? And as a follow-up that might not be contingent on that, just are you pretty happy with the squad that you have right now to compete over the course of the season?
Yeah, I think for us, we were again using the off season a little bit, maybe even before that, as a little bit of a head start. So I think we're really pleased with kind of where the roster has evolved to. I think, kind of saying we've had to reposition it a little bit and probably balance out some positions. We've had to replenish it a little bit, I think, by bringing in some younger players. And so I think that we've been very intentional with how we're doing it. And the first part of your question, I think we're going to continue to be intentional. As long as there's opportunities out there to improve the roster, and as long as I think we have opportunities on our roster that are open spaces and budget space and those type of things, I think we're always going to be continually looking until, I guess, when the window closes. Then you can't do it anymore. But again, for us, it's, this is a longer term look, and we're looking down the line longer. And if we can continue to improve ourselves, we're committed to doing that ourselves, but we think we're committed to the city of Nashville and to the club to always be looking to improve.
Thanks, Ben. And then I believe we have one in the room with Emily. Go ahead, Emily.
Hey, BJ. Obviously, we're going into a 2-match week, a little bit of a change of pace versus the last few weeks in preseason. Just talk about your preparation and kind of your hopes going into a 2-match week.
Yeah, we strategically built this schedule to mimic a Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday push, and so for us, it's now game 1 of a 3-game week, the way we look at it, including an opportunity to travel to Austin. So again, kind of a dry run on how we want to travel and sort of routines and how we want to prepare off of the field and how we want to prepare on the field. So our preparation is the same as it always is, with the idea of we're going to dry run or trial run our sort of Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday schedule with the group.